guys, it's Abby from Make Life Your Own Way, and I'm here with my weekly makeup basket. Thought we would do this week throwback style as far as how I'm filming, because we are doing throwback products. I've seen this going around all week long, oldest makeup products in the collection, and you guys know I rotate in Project Pan fairly often, but I think we can find some old stuff. So if this sounds like something you like to watch, then just keep watching. Here we go. Alright guys, here is last week's basket. I am going to do a tutorial of the oldest makeup that we pulled today, but it will be on my Instagram at Make Life Your Runway 1_ and not on YouTube. I think I'm going to just keep kind of balancing out posting on YouTube and on Instagram, because YouTube is not circulating videos. They're kind of running off algorithms right now, and they're just kind of not doing it for me. So anyways, let's chat real quick about last week's products. I really enjoyed all of these. So this is the palette for April, the Too Faced Natural Lust. And I didn't use it until the actual first, so Wednesday. It's Friday as I'm filming, and hopefully as you're watching. So I have only used it a couple times at this point, but I love it so far. And the color that really has my attention right now is Love Spark. I just love these kind of white, I guess like white shimmers. So pretty, especially I did it against, I think, Afternoon Delight. I just did these two colors together, and super pretty. And you can build up the white shade even though it doesn't look like that right now. But I'm excited to use this for the month, and we will just go ahead and keep this in for the theme of the week, just because it is an older palette available, even if it's not older in my collection, if that makes sense. But I am going to take a break from Project Pan items this week so we can really adhere to the theme this week. Last month's palette of the month was the Catrice California in a Box. Y'all, I can see pan. I don't know if you'll be able to see pan, but I can actually see pan. Oh, there a little bit. On all of these pans, you can see it right here too, that I'm like, part of me wants to like, ooh, can I pan it? And then the other part of me is like, Abby, just put it back and enjoy it whenever you pull it next. But I did enjoy that for the month. These are powders that live in here, the Hourglass and the Banana Bright, so we'll just set those to the side. I did love using the Naked Cherry all week. I would say this has a little bit more kickback than the average Naked palette, but it's still really pretty easy to use. I mostly stuck on from like turn on over, but I do love like the red shades that are in there. And then this is new to my collection. Also, the video for next week will be a haul, so you guys know that I'm doing only quarterly makeup buying. And so I bought makeup the last week of March, and now my window is closed, so no more buying makeup. So I'm going to share with you guys what I picked up during that break in my no buy. But I talked about this in last week's basket. Benefit's Cheek Stars, and this is just the mini one. And y'all, it's just like a very natural, pretty, everyday palette. I enjoyed it so much. Georgia is super subtle. Like you're not really gonna see it, but when you put all three together, you just get like a very natural, pretty makeup look. So I did enjoy that. I really enjoyed using a pressed powder this past week, and since Georgia in here was very subtle, I did just pop cookie highlighter on the tops of the cheeks afterwards, and I just enjoyed all of that. And I actually didn't end up using my Tarte bronzer for the week, but as I'm filming this, Tarte is 30% off with free shipping. I don't know how long that will last, but okay. And then just concealer was the e.l.f. camo in Fair Beige. Alright, so I'm going to put all of this back, and I have reorganized my makeup again. I know it's only been a week, but I did. So I'll show you that as well. Okay, so the changes to my organization is all face products are up here, and that was kind of one thing that was bothering me, even though I recently rearranged, is I kind of wanted like products on the same shelf next to each other. So I was able to do that with eyeshadow palettes. All in here are like singles and smaller palettes and that kind of thing, and then over here are bigger palettes. And then if you go down, this is all my lips, so lipsticks, lip glosses, and liquid lips. Then we have my drugstore foundations. These are backup mascaras and eye pencils. And then these are all of my concealers. And I like that you can just kind of see from the bottom what they are and what shades they are. And then over here, I have my powders, primers, high-end foundations. And then this was all made possible by this little guy, which I got off Amazon for $20. And I think I want to get some more. It's nice. It's a thinner plastic, but it still like feels durable and solid. But I have all my bronzers in there and my highlighters in there. It really bothered me how they were broken up in these before, and I would like to get more. And you'll see when we open them, but they're just kind of snug as a bug in here. So it'd be nice to maybe have two for bronzer, 2 for highlight, that kind of thing. And then this is all my blushes, and then these are all of my face palettes. So I really like how it looks. I know I say that every time I organize it, but I enjoy it. And they have some bigger ones that I might try to maybe put the foundations in, kind of how like Desi and all those other bigger YouTubers do. I do like the look of it, and I just like being able to see everything without it being like stacked up on each other. That's kind of why I didn't like some of the other arrangements that we had, because everything was just so stacked. So I like that we can see everything clearly. Also, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. We are drinking coffee. This is my second cup. Cheers. You know, with quarantine, some days I have no energy and I just want to lounge, and other days I feel hyped, and today's a hype day. Like, I just feel so much energy, so I figure we gotta act. All right, we gotta act. So I'll be drinking coffee with you guys, or whatever you're drinking. Okay, so we're gonna move in a little bit closer, but we're gonna start with this area. We'll start with primer, foundation, powder, and concealer. Okay, for primer, I think the oldest primer, honestly, in my collection is this one. The Ole Henriksen Truth Banana Bright Face Primer. So we will grab that little guy. Baby. Y'all, Jared's here. I mean, where would he be?
What up, y'all?
As far as foundation, honestly, the oldest one in my collection is the Too Faced Born This Way, but this is a little bit dark for me, so I think it will mix well with the Flower Beauty Light Illusion. This one is in Ivory L2, and then the Born This Way is in Warm Nude. And I think this flower is probably, I'm looking at, yeah, this is the oldest of the the affordable end. So we'll see what mixing these together is like this week. Also, some of my older products are in project pans, so that's usually how I go through them, so they're not just wasting away. Alright, let's go to this. I've gone back and forth. Let me know what you guys think about this. Part of me, like products that I really like this Hourglass, this is the Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Part of me wants to just hold on to it, even though it's like less than half in it, and just enjoy my journey with it. But then the other part of me is like, why hold on? Like, maybe I just go back and forth, whether work through it or enjoy my time. I don't know what to do in these situations. But anyways, this is probably my oldest powder in my collection. I rotate through stuff pretty regularly, so I don't really have things in here that are super old. So old is like a year for most products. The only exception would be palettes. But anyways, we are gonna pull out the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Really like that stuff. And then for concealer. Okay, here are concealers, and what is the oldest? Maybe the Camo. This is about a year old. I think all of these were like acquired around the same time period. So I guess we'll just go up with, oh man. I don't have very many, so it's like I'm constantly pulling like the same ones. But we will go with the L'Oreal Infallible. See if I memorize. 355 Vanilla. Yes. We will go with this guy. For lips. Again, I rotate pretty frequently as far as like decluttering and that kind of thing. But I know my dose of color, Messy Bun. This is one that I have had maybe like a year, maybe a little bit over a year. I don't quite remember, but it's a really pretty mauve color. So we'll pull that out. What else have I had for a while? I decided to skip out on the Buxom lip glosses just because I have 3. The other one is not in here, but I have 3, and I don't know. I don't want to have, you know? Okay, I think those are relatively good. Oh, you know what? I think in here it's definitely, it's not a spring color, but Kat Von D Lolita 2. This is definitely one of my oldest ones. Ooh. Uh-oh. She smells like Play-Doh. Oh man, that's sad. Okay. Isn't that sad, Jared?
What happened?
My lipstick smells like Play-Doh, which means it went bad. Do you want to smell it?
Yeah. Oh no, what kind was that?
Kat Von D Lolita 2, but I've had this for like, honestly, probably before we got together. Okay. That was sad. Okay, this one is also on the older side, but I recently pulled it. The Wet n Wild Mega Liquid Catsuit. This probably is the oldest, but I don't want this color. This is also another, maybe like a year old, Girlactic Beauty Matte Lip Paint in Posh. Yeah, Posh. It's pretty similar to the Kat Von D one. Not super, but enough that it's fine. I can't remember last time I wore that Kat Von D one anyways, so I did put it in my empties bin. Yeah, I think that's it for lips. This lipstick also is kind of old. I've pulled it recently. This is the Color Riche 906. This one's probably like a year and a half old, but still smells fine. I think I got some on my nose. But it's still, I wore it like a week or 2 ago, and it's fine. It's fine. So we will pull those 3 lipsticks. I think that's probably it as far as the oldest side. Maybe like a year or less. Maybe the Maybelline Vivid Matte Vivid ones. What are they called? Oh, the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquers. Those might be approaching old, but I wear them often and I think they're fine. So, alright. I think we're good as far as the base goes. We have concealer, primer, foundation, and powder. Okay, so we'll go to face products. For eyes, I forgot we have the Natural Less palette, so we are good there. So I'm gonna actually wipe these lipsticks off before a disaster hits. A tragedy to my clothes. Okay, so what I've seen going around with this is an actual like get ready with me type video. But since we're pulling products for the week and not necessarily just for one look, I'm gonna pull options both in singles and in palettes. I just think that would be the most fun for the upcoming week to have some options. So let's start with bronzers. Like I said, these are kind of snug as a bug in here, so I don't necessarily need another one, but maybe down the road if I feel like, if I feel like treating myself, I can decide if I want to pick up another one to spread them out. But as far as old goes, definitely my Tarte Park Avenue Princess is probably one of the oldest things in here. Everything else is within, oh, the Hourglass probably the second. And I think this Too Faced, we'll go with this because I haven't actually pulled it in a while. It's been a while since we pulled the Too Faced. This is the Sweet Tea. So we'll get this going. I've had this maybe 2 years at this point, but I like it. We'll pull her. And then highlights. Okay, these, a lot of these are, oops, zoom down. Ooh, there we go. A lot of these are older, like this one. Becca Pearl. Yeah, we're gonna pull her. She's on the, I don't know, how long have I had her, guys? Like 3? No. You know what? I think it's been over 3 years, maybe 4 years. So we'll grab that. And ooh, this one for sure. Yeah, let's grab that. We're also gonna pull out this MAC Oh Darling highlight, guys. This was from when it was limited edition before it became permanent. I love a gold highlight. So I think those will be good options. And then as far as blush goes, I know one for sure that is the oldest is Dallas. Oh my gosh, Benefits Dallas I've had for a really long time. But I still love it. It still performs well. I've heard the updated one is just a little bit of a different tone. But we'll grab her. What else is in here? Oh, this MAC. I'm not going to pull it, but the MAC Crisp Whites, that's an old one right there. That was gifted to me. That was gifted to me. That was gifted to me. This was bought. These two were within the last year. I know this was with these Catrice ones were within the last year. This, actually the Urban Decay Fetish, that's a little bit of an older one, so we'll pull that. Blushes just, they just don't really swatch. That one's within the last year. That's within the last year. These two might be within the last 2 years. I think we'll just stick to those since I want to pull a palette. As far as oldest palette, so face palettes I didn't truly get into until recently, and now I'm like, I just love them so much. But I know my Glow palette from ABH is like a year. This one's newer. Ooh, this one, Babe in Paradise, this one's like a couple of years. We'll pull that guy out. Love that for us. And let's see. These Hourglass ones, I want to do a palette of the month with those. Maybe next month, so we'll skip that. Thing is, like, even though they're older, I pull them so regularly that they're not neglected. Let's go with this one, Smashbox. This is their classic contour, step-by-step contour palette. Ooh, love this one so much. She's an OG on YouTube. I personally have only had it for about a year or so, but love this. Proud.
Thanks, babe. Love you.
Love you. Y'all, look at this basket. There's so many goodies in it. What are you guys most excited to see or hear about me using? I just love all of this. And I thought about, I've done it before where I go back to old weekly makeup baskets because I've been filming them on my channel for like 5 years or something like that, and see what actually is old. I know the oldest palette is my Urban Decay Naked 3. That's for sure the oldest palette in my collection. Maya Mia was the second, but you guys know I panned it as much as I could a couple years ago. Lorac Pro 3, Mega Pro 3, that's classic. I guess my Loracs in general are on the older side. But yeah, I've done throwback shop mustaches, so maybe I'll do another one. It's been a while. It's probably been like a year or two since I did that last. So maybe I'll try a throwback as well to see what true, like what was I using 2 years ago? What was I using a year ago? I don't know. I think that'd be interesting. Let me know. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm actually going to film it right now, but my Instagram, Make Life Your Runway 1_ will have a look. If you're interested, you can go check it out. Next week will be my no buy makeup haul. And yeah, if you want like daily updates, see what I'm up to, or fitness inspiration, you can check out at Make Life Fit 1_ and this week's video was a collab with Alex. It was a drugstore affordable makeup wish list, so check it out. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Morty sends his love. He says he loves you guys. And we'll see you in the next video. Oh, rude. Okay, bye. Bye.